let's try and discuss the key triggers for the market in the week ahead. And with this, let me welcome on board two of our very special guests onto the technical front. Rajesh Palviya from Axis Securities is joining us, and we are being also joined by Sudip Bandyopadhyay. Very good afternoon, gentlemen, and thank you so much for your time. Rajesh, firstly, let me come to you and talk about the levels for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. Good recovery on Thursday as well as Friday trading session. Do you believe that as we go ahead in the earnings season, we are set to build on to these gains?
After Sastri, good afternoon, everyone. So we have seen beginning of this October series was on the negative note. The short rollover was there, and the follow-up selling was there in the first phase of the first days of this week, October series. We have almost tested a low of around 19,300, 350 zone, and from there we have seen a smart recovery in the market ahead of this earnings season. And then post RBI policy, we have seen a broader market have recovered, and most of the large cap stocks, mid cap stocks have also shown good buying interest. What has happened in last three trading session that again we are managed to regain the 19,500 mark. Almost now we are trading near about 20-day moving average. So that is adding up that now some positive sentiment is taking place on the near term setup. Short covering was there in the today's session for Nifty. Bank Nifty also witnessed some long built up setup. Though Nifty is almost trading near to 19,650 level, but as we have seen, the broader market and the participation from most of the large cap stocks are clearly indicating that now sentiment is now turning towards on the bullish side, and possibly now if we hold above 19,600, then this rally can extend towards 19,750 to 19,800 in the continuation of this pullback. So we are holding here bullish view. One should now keep their stop loss at 19,550 for the Nifty and to hold a long position. On the Bank Nifty, 44,400 is the key level. We closed almost near to those levels. So if we start the next week above 44,400, then possibly Bank Nifty may also witness some short covering action, and then we can see furthermore upward momentum towards 44,800 to 45,000 in the continuation of this pullback. So Bank Nifty is also looking promising. Some of the large cap banks are also started recovering from their recent low, and the recovery is clearly indicating that we can see furthermore traction in the coming week. For Bank Nifty, one can keep their stop loss at around 44,100 until these levels are intact. Our view is remain on the bullish side, and we are expecting 44,800 to 45,000 for Bank Nifty.
44,800 level coming in for Bank Nifty from Rajesh. Thank you, Rajesh, for that. Good afternoon, Sudip as well as Rajesh. The question goes on to you, Sudip. The earnings season will kickstart next week with the IT results coming in first. TCS as well as Infosys will be the flag bearers. Last quarter, we saw that last time we saw Infosys giving a guidance cut. So this time, how do you see the IT expectations going forward? Will no news be good news for IT? How do you see the outlook and expectations?
No, you're absolutely right. I think no news will be good news for IT. The challenges which the IT companies had still continue. They have worked very hard to ensure the cost escalation doesn't happen. They have also worked towards gaining large orders, and all the leading IT companies, whether it's Infi or TCS or HCL Tech, they all have during the last quarter, that quarter ended 30th September, won some marquee clients. But in spite of that fact, I think the issue remains that the momentum is not there, and because of that, I think we will see again a subdued quarter with, and we will be happy if there are no major postponement or cancellation of contract which is not announced. Of course, we will very, very carefully examine the statements made at the management meet after the results, and their views about the future, which will be closely tracked. But at this stage, I think having elevated expectations from IT companies will not be appropriate.
At this point, elevated expectations will not be appropriate for the IT space. That's the word coming in from Sudip. So we have seen good moves building up in this particular week for the IT itself. So let's see what's in the store for the upcoming week. But with this, viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. The discussion continues on the other side. Welcome back to Your Trades on ET now, where we are discussing about the markets for the upcoming week. What are our experts penciling in? And we have Sudip as well as Rajesh with us onto the show. And Rajesh, coming to you, because this particular week we have seen that the global markets weren't that supportive. We had concerns regarding bond yields, we had concerns regarding crude oil prices, but interesting development in both of these fronts, that they were seen to be cooling off from their highs at least. So do you believe that even global markets could be supportive? Is the selling, especially in the US market, overdone now? Or because the sentiment changes, because whenever we start our day, we definitely look at the Dow futures or the ending of Dow Jones back then. So their cues weren't supportive for this particular week. So do you believe that the global markets will start supporting in the upcoming week? What's your take on that?
So, Srishti, definitely, we have seen, significant supply pressure in US market. Almost now, Dow Jones is almost trading near to its important and critical support area of 33,000, 32,900, which is very important. And we have seen multiple time Dow Jones has shown a bounce back action from those level. So we do believe, yes, if at all Dow Jones not slip below to 33,000, 32,900 level, then there is a high possibility of pullback action to come in the global market, and the US market can recover from those level and possibly upside 33,700 kind of level we can see in the coming weeks. Crude oil is also correcting, so that is also adding up some sort of sentiment change for our market also, as earlier there was a cautious approach by market participant that crude is heading towards the 900 level, and then we have seen a very smart selling pressure from those level. So again, looking at the overall setup on the crude front also, we believe that furthermore corrective move we can see if it's trades below to 86. If it remains below to 86 level, then possibly some cool off action we can see in Brent crude towards 82, even 81 level. So that will also add up some kind of bullish sentiment in our market.
Sentiment expected from the global markets as well. Let's see that whether they will support or not. But the big news this week and for the upcoming week, Sudip, will be TCS. Indeed, we did discuss about the TCS earnings, but another important announcement that's coming in is on the buyback, because just some time back TCS announced that they're going to be considering buyback of shares on 11th of October. That's with the earnings, and last time we have seen the company announcing the buyback, if I remember it correctly, around 4,500 levels, and post those levels we haven't seen touching for TCS. So what's your take on the buyback? How do you see this particular development? Is it something on the anticipated lines? Because for TCS and Wipro, there was some market chatter that these companies could consider buyback.
Oh, absolutely. This is pretty much on the expected lines. I think, there are ways of rewarding the shareholders, and buyback is one, which also takes care of the perceived undervaluation of the stock into consideration when they announce the buyback levels. So, announcement of buyback has a positive impact on the stock. But at this stage, I think, I would not like to get into, large cap IT. There's absolutely no problem as far as these companies are concerned. Just the environment is not supportive. And, we can keep waiting and watching for the next couple of quarters maybe, and then take a call on when to enter large cap IT. The way I look at the entire tech space is that probably it's better to play the technology market technology theme is through niche companies. So companies which are working with manufacturing businesses, automobiles, like a persistent systems can be looked at. The other sector in the economy, global economy as well as Indian economy, which is flourishing and booming, is travel and tourism. So companies working with travel and tourism segment, like a rate gain technology Coforge can definitely be looked at for acquisition at this juncture. Let the overall environment improve as far as business is concerned. And when I say that, as we know, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, HCL Tech, close to 50% business, 50% plus business comes from US and Europe. And the economic challenges in these markets are still there. They are getting better, but their challenges are still there. So I will wait and watch this large cap IT space for some more time before venturing.
Wait and watch approach coming in from Sudip to enter into large cap IT names. But coming over to you, Rajesh, in this volatile market scenario, what are the top picks that you're betting on?
So first pick is from the real estate space. Most of the real estate stocks have done well, and the TCS is the stock itself is looking very promising from real estate space. And looking at the overall setup, we expect that outperformance is likely to continue further. We are projecting target for 575 for DLF, and one can buy with stop loss of 530. The second stock that we like is from jewelry space, that is Titan. So this is the third consecutive day where stock is showing a recovery, and looking at overall setup, we expect that now Titan can manage to give breakout of its previous swing high also, and then possibly stock can head further higher from that level. So we are for trading perspective, 3400 is the target for Titan. One can buy with stop loss of 3275. And the third stock is Eclux Services. Stock has given a very strong breakout on across all time frame. Multi-month breakout is there. Almost stock crosses January 2022 swing high, and the kind of volume action was there throughout the week that was commendable. And we expect that Eclux can continue furthermore upside. 2250, 2300 can be seen in very short period of time. One can buy with stop loss of 2115.
Okay, thank you so much, Rajesh, for helping us with your top recommendations. And thank you so much, Sudip. We couldn't discuss much, but your take on the IT space specifically, that was much of a help. Thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. But with